We're now on to the 15th text in Pirkei Avot in the first chapter. So this is the 15th text in the first chapter of Avot. Now, the last three texts we have discussed were Hillel, and his partner, his contemporary, I should say, or the pairing, because as we have seen, there have been a handful of different pairs of authorities, not rabbis. This is still the proto-rabbis, pre-rabbis, still during the time of the Second Temple. Now that we have had three statements from Hillel, we get one statement from Shammai. And in keeping with the style of most of this first chapter, Shammai has a three-part piece of wisdom to share. Here we go. Shammai says, make your Torah set. Make it fixed. Make it established. I'll get back to this. I'm not going to get back to it. I'm going to deal with it now. Not clear what he means by this. It seems that it would probably mean make a set time in one's schedule or one's day or week to study Torah, or even, as I'm doing, teaching Torah. So whether it's studying, teaching, whatever it is, learning this Torah being instruction, right? The Jewish practices. I think that's what he means. I think it could be about scheduling and setting it, putting it in your calendar, putting it in your schedule. I think that's what Shammai means. However, could also mean somehow firm it up in some way. Not clear what that could be. One possibility, although I'm curious to hear if anybody out there has alternative other ways of understanding this term of keva, of set. But I think also it could mean to really set it, really get a firm understanding of something. So for instance, it could be about understanding a particular text. I don't have a set understanding of what he means by make your Torah set, but maybe someone else would have a firm understanding, a firm grasp of understanding what that could be. Really what he could be pushing against is you come across different pieces in Torah, in one's understanding of them, and not having a firm grasp of it. And he says, you come across something, have a firm grasp of it. Have a really solid understanding of what it is that you are studying. So that's an alternative explanation. I'm open to hearing other alternatives, other understandings of that piece of wisdom. For the second piece, he says, "Emor ma'at va'aseh harbe," speak little, do a lot. Basically, let your actions speak. Basically, actions speak louder than words. Then don't just talk a lot, do. Talking is nice, but doing is what ultimately is important. And also, I imagine when one speaks a lot, you could maybe say some things that you should not have said or should not have been saying, or you told the wrong person. Whatever it is, minimize that and increase actions. Do. And the third piece of advice he offers here is receive everybody with a pleasant face, or basically smile. Receive people favorably. Don't, when you're meeting someone, do you want to come off like this? Hi, how are you? Or you can really look away. Hi, how's it going? Or do you receive them kindly and warmly with a smile? That is hi, how are you doing today? What's your name? How's the weather even? How was your drive? How was your lunch? Very different than, hey, how's it going? And it's such yes, it is a slight thing to adjust, and yet it can reap huge rewards, huge benefits. If you start off on a good foot, in a good way, with meeting someone, that can go a long way to developing positive relationships, and who knows what those positive relationships can turn into down the road. What I think is curious about this statement coming from Shammai is that he is portrayed usually in rabbinic literature as not being so warm, not being so welcoming, as being more stern, more strict. To hear something coming from him about welcoming people warmly and smiling seems kind of ironic coming from him. But that could just be the way that rabbinic literature typically portrays him. And who knows, maybe through various experiences in which he did not receive people in a kindly fashion, he learned his lesson and is sharing his advice. Alrighty, that's going to wrap it up for this 15th text, and I look forward to sharing more from this first chapter as we continue along. All right, thank you so much for watching.